So on this side of the house, I'm going to be using scaffolding, which is going to allow me to get the material on the wall much quicker. I'm also going to be using this mesh, which is I didn't use on the other side, and that's going to help stop cracking. I can't really get a good angle here because of where the garage is and the path and how big it is, but essentially I'm just cutting a piece of the material which goes on the wall, which is referred to as mesh, up against this ridge here that you can see behind me, the mortar verge. So I'm going to try and get the angle right, and then that way when I've started making my mix, I don't have to mess around with cutting the mesh to fit. I've already got it cut and ready, and I can just place it in. Save me a bit of time, and it's a warm day today, so the render's going to be going off pretty quick. Refiner bar is a 1.2 metre. It's really lightweight and it's got a nice sharp edge, which should be good for dragging the material off, or at least that's what I was advised through social media. Some of the people that follow me who are professionals said that that is the bar that you need to do this job, so I'm trying it out for the first time on this side. It's all cut and it's angled to the verge. I've got everything laid out. I've got power, I've got my bucket, I've got the mixer. So now really it's just a matter of making the mix and starting to get it on the wall. I'm stopping to have some lunch first because I know that the next part there's no breaks. It's just one consistent application and then getting the mesh pressed into it. Once the mesh is in, I'm going to leave it to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to get the final coat on top. Hey guys, the rendering was going all so well until the very last part, which was when I was scratch coating the wall, and I'll show you now what it looks like. So it's all plumb, and I've done it with the eye-bar, so it's so level. It's just beautiful. But then when I was scratch coating it, I think I dug the trowel in just a bit too hard on that area, and then it just started to pull away like a thin layer of render. So now there's like a very small hollow of about 1 mil, 2 mil into the wall, just in that one place. The rest is perfect, but it's just that one place there. So I'm gonna have to like patch repair that. So I'm gonna wait for it to go fully off, scratch it just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna float over it and just repeat the process, and hopefully next time I'll end up with something that's, you know, seamless basically. So the render on the side wall is finally done, and I have patch repaired that hole that you just saw. It looks okay. I think it looks okay. Let's take a look and see what you think. So it's early in the morning right now, and you've got a bit of sun beaming onto the wall and some shade as well. So can you see there is a slight line around where that patch repair was? But all in all, I'm very happy with that finish, especially for my second time at rendering. So in summary, the second time I've ever done any rendering, there are a few things I'd do differently, but one thing that I did need was that eye bar. The eye bar made this job so much easier. The next time, the biggest learning from this particular render project is that I didn't get enough render onto the surface, and the more render you can get on past the beads, the more you can scratch off, and you've got less chance of scratching into the layers below and creating a hole like I did before. So next time I've got to make sure I put more render on. See you in part 3.